We here to talk, man. We here to talk. No, I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd seen the day. I never thought I'd seen the day. Apparently, let me read this article right. I need to read this shit right so y'all understand. If y'all don't know the situation, well, first of all, you've been living under a rock, but apparently, and it's funny because I seen Lil Tim just drop a little music video, and he was looking quite thuggish, and he ain't squashing shit. He was on timing. So the fact this came out is crazy, but apparently, Quando Rondo, Quandrius Rondius, yes, reluctantly agrees to squash beef with Lil Durk. Schmirkio Durkio, yes, 5-star war general. Lil Chirac, yes, shout out Big Ek. Yes, him. If y'all don't know the situation, listen, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Basically, like these boys, I think it was YB's beef with King Von. Anyways, they was beefing, probably over women was involved somehow, whatever have you. Had their little issues or whatever. Cool. Had their little issues that was going back and forth against each other, whatever. Somehow Quando picked up the beef. He was riding for his mans or whatever have you. Because they was cool at one point, but now they was beefing. Quando and King Von. Anyways, I think it was around the time King Von was doing like a release party. I think Welcome to Old Block was out for like a week or whatever. Anyways, there was an issue. He caught him at like some hookah spot in Atlanta or whatever have you. He wanted to treat Quando like a little boy. He was hitting Quando, boom, 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 beating his ass. And then fucking Lil Tim, looking at his man's get beat up. He don't know what's going on. He sees Von's entourage pulling up. You know what I'm saying? He sees Von hitting his mans. He busts his pistol. You hear me? Pause no did it. And it hits Von, and Von passed away. You hear me? So that's along the lines. After there's been sneak this and NBA versus OTF, 4K Trey and all that, and yada yada yada, old block and sneak this back and forth and all that. It's been going on. Motherfuckers been picking sides and all this shit. YB's blackball, everything been going on. So the fact that all that has happened, by the way, there has been attempts made on Quando Rondo's life multiple times. He lost his cousin Pablo, his best friend. He was at a gas station. There was like 50 shots rang out. Like, they're trying to get this boy sold. They're really trying to take his ass out. So the fact now he started practicing being a Muslim, I heard like his EP or mixtape, you know, little growth or whatever, you know, and I do like people exploring their spiritual side and doing their thing. I ain't mad at it at the end of the day. But yeah, this is surprising. Like, again, listen, I ain't gonna talk about religion or whatever have you. Listen, I understand. But like, if we just talking from like people perspective, like, or just in general, it is hard. And not everybody can do it. It is hard after somebody you love was taken away before their time, especially from somebody you already got issues with, took their life by shooting them. It's hard to come back from that. It's hard to piece it up. It's hard for y'all to be friends. So the fact he's sitting here multiple times, for the King Von situation, multiple attempts have been made on his life. People was mocking him. Literally, when his friend or cousin Lil Pab died, and he was in the car screaming, "No, no!" Like, cause his man's died, and it was traumatic for him. And fucking Lil Durk had that song on the album, "Tell him no," mocking the fact that he was screaming that when his friend passed away. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that for Quando to say, man, reluctantly, it was reluctant. But for that to come out like he reluctantly will squash the beef with Durk, that's crazy. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I still got some growing up to do. Motherfucker wants harm on me. I'm not saying Durk was involved in those attempts made on Quando's life, mocking my dead friends. All this shit. Yeah, the Von shit happened. But even before y'all niggas was dissing. Hey, man. And Quando was doing some fuck shit. So, like, regardless, bro. Quando was doing some fuck shit when Von passed and the whole Lil Tim situation. So, I'm not going to act like there wasn't no fuck shit there, okay? I'm not going to act like there wasn't no fuck shit. But, hey, man. Let's read the article, man. The rapper is a practicing Muslim. And that's crazy. Sorry. Durk came out beforehand. I'm probably gonna link that video at the end over here. Like, he a Muslim, he don't want to be known as a gang member or whatever have you. He a practicing, he's a family man. And now Quando kind of a Muslim too. I'm just saying. But anyways, Quando Rondo is trying to chart a different path. The rapper has been embroiled in some violent and deadly feuds with others, but he wants to move on. He announced that he was a practicing Muslim as far back as May. Rondo confirmed this via Twitter. He claimed that he doesn't want to associate with those who don't share his newfound beliefs. Quando Rondo gave fans a glimpse of his mind state on September 10th when footage of him and his associates made its way online. The rapper was asked if he could move on from one feud in particular. He hesitated, but ultimately came around to the idea. The footage in question sees Quando Rondo and his crew discussing beef in a parking lot. The Muslim advisor stresses the importance of loving one's brother and proceeds to name Durk. Now that you're in the fold of Islam, the advisor stated, you have other Muslims that you may have had issues with when you were in ignorance. Rondo gets sheepish at the mention of Durk's name and initially struggles to get on board. The rapper's advisor attempts to put him at ease by noting the parallels between the two artists. Lil Durk, who I'm gonna talk to, also the advisor noted Durk is also Muslim. Nigga, it's hot, like, regardless. Listen, I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Listen, I get, it's peace, forgive. Like, I get it. And this is beautiful. And honestly, if they actually can get past that, hey, kudos to those men. And that would be an example. And I hope they publicize that shit. I will publicize that if I see that shit. Because, bro, we don't see that often, bro. A lot of the time in situations like that, you took my mans, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to speed, and I'm going to go try to take somebody you care about, I'm going to try to get your ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit, the Fulio situation. Shit. Or multiple Fulio and Young Age situations. But yeah, the Fed, it's tough. I can't sit here, right? As much as this is a beautiful thing, I ain't trying to disrespect nobody's religion. It's hard, my nigga. It's hard, bro. Like, there's a lot there. So I get, like, this advisor trying to want the best for the two men. But there's a lot there, my nigga. I'm just like, I understand why my nigga was sheepish and he didn't even want to say Durk. Like, I get it. Nigga, there's a lot there. Hey, man. Quando Rondo's body language definitely changes at the mention of Durk's name. The advisor persists, however, asserting that both of them have to be willing to bury the hatchet if they are going to be true Muslims. I love a lot of brothers for the sake of Allah. Quando Rondo eventually stated his willing to look beyond the past draws cheers from friends. Given how aggressive things have gotten between Rondo and Durk in the past, the celebration is warranted. The two rappers were going at each other nonstop. Recently, as of 2023, Quando Rondo went on the Off the Porch interview series and proceeded to bash Durk. He asserted that he has more loyalty to the man accused of shooting Durk's friend K.A.Vuitton than Lil Durk himself. Well, of course, we know Lil Tim was protecting his ass. Of course he would have loyalty for Lil Tim. Why would he have loyalty for Lil Durk? Anyways, man. I'll die for this man, Rondo said. Quando Rondo, sorry. If I knew I'd lay down my life and die for this man, slit throat right now on God. Lil Durk clapped back by sampling audio of Quando Rondo crying in the distance. Yeah, no, I forgot what song that was, but 21 was on this shit. Yeah. It's tough, man. Listen, if that does happen, I hope it does. I'll be one of the people covering it because we need to see people putting shit like that or at least trying to move on. Hey, man, but it's tough. When you lose a loved one, bro, your man's your homie, bro, and like these motherfuckers is responsible, and y'all trying to sit there and like let bygones be bygones and piece it up. Oh, it's tough, man. Like, hey, if y'all boys do that, man, hey, man, I gotta give y'all kudos, man. I'll do another video. Hey, I'll clap it up and respect that shit, cause more motherfuckers need to see that. That shit need to put out there more that niggas could come back from this shit. Because let's keep it a buck. Regardless, bro, like, taking somebody's life ain't cool. Like, let's keep it a buck. I know motherfuckers glorify it. Like, oh, I up the... Sorry about that. Oh, I up the score. I did that and this. Oh, he did. You know what I'm saying? Ain't cool to take somebody's life. Ain't cool for somebody's family that have a funeral. It ain't cool to see all your nephews, your cousins and stuff, people you ain't seen in a while at a repast. Y'all ain't meeting on no good terms. Y'all meeting on some bad terms. That shit ain't cool. It ain't cool, man. So hopefully, but a lot of times these motherfuckers young. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, when Timmy got off on self-defense, is like, yeah, well, yeah, y'all boys came at him. You ain't know what was going to happen to this man. See, he shot. You know what I'm saying? And that's why at that time when, what's his name? NBA YoungBoy got mad at, I think, Roddy Rebel and Bobby Schmurder because they was talking about the whole situation on the Math Hoffa podcast. It's like, you ain't had to shoot, you could have shot in the air and did all that, you feel me? And all that stuff Roddy was saying. And I was like, I get their perspective, like, they don't want nobody to die. But, like, it was like, gang, motherfucker going at my mans. He see a group of motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers coming and they got the Glockiani on them. He busting. Like, again, as rational as motherfuckers want to think after the situation happens, let's not act like in certain situations you ain't going to be quick to do shit like. And that was my thing. And of course, the niggas chose sides they love on or whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? So, motherfuckers wasn't looking at his side. And I always said, as much as I hated the song End of Story, I hated the title because it played off King Von's Crazy Story series. Quando said if it was the other way around, they wouldn't have said he was wrong. You know what it is. But hopefully these two men, you know, they can fix it. They can, like, I'm not saying friends, but at least like, hey, if I see you somewhere, I ain't trying to do bad to you. That's all I hope for at the end of the day. I ain't trying to make them buddy and fucking go on play dates and do music together, but it's like, I see you somewhere, you see me somewhere. Ain't no issues, ain't no hostility, ain't no we gonna get in a shootout. That's really all we can hope for. Hey, what do y'all think? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that's your friendly neighbor kid. Hey, I'm gone. Slimes on peace, y'all. Gang. Aye.